What's good, everyone? RagingYoshi here with some Hex Shards of Fate. So, I know it has been quite a bit of time since I uploaded another video of Hex, but so I'm going to explain why before we jump into this one. So, I had recorded a few videos and honestly didn't get a chance to upload them, and right when I did, Lasgar's Vengeance got put on the watch list. And so with it on the watch list, it actually is a card that hoses decks I play pretty hard. So I wanted to wait to see if it got banned or not, and they did in fact ban Lasgar's Vengeance. So that being said, my deck just feels a little bit stronger. So now that that's been banned and that's like definitely a thing that has happened, I am now back with some Sapphire Wild mid-range combo using Furiko as my champion. So I'm going to do a slightly different format than what I've been doing previously. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show my deck list, talk about a few of the small choices like decisions and such that I've made different. Nothing too crazy here, honestly. And then we're going to jump into some matches for a little while, and I'm just going to play till I get tired. You're going to get one nice big video just me playing for a while. So we're using Furiko. Where can I show Furiko's ability? Okay, Furiko. We need green. Excuse me. We need 2 wild threshold and 7 charges. All my troops get +2/+2. That is a permanent boost, which is really nice. So on my deck, we're playing 9 Sapphire Shards, 4 Wild Shards, 4 Well of Instinct, 2 Wild Ice, 2 Shard of Instinct, and 3 Shard of Ice. My deck, generally, I'm going to be trying to get double green, and I have only 2 different cards in my deck that require double blue. I know it's Wild and Sapphire, but Magic terminology is going to slip back and forth between the two. I have a couple things in my reserve that do use double Sapphire and double Wild. So 4 Thunderfield Seer, 4 Arcane Focus, 3 Transmogrifade. Those are going to be my 1-drops. Thunderfield Seer makes the next action in my deck draw me a card, so it can make like my next Arcane Focus or Transmogrifade or Consult the Talons or Arcane Soil, draw me an extra card. Arcane Focus, look at the top 2, one in the hand, the other one into my deck. Transmogrifade, really solid interaction card with opponent's creatures. 4 Webborn Apostate. Apostate, when it enters the field, we steal a charge from our opponent. 4 Warpsteel Shadowborn. When it enters, it creates a 1/1 Death Crawler. This one, I have customized it so that when it dies, it gives me a 1/1 creature. And our Death Crawlers have a 1 in 4 chance of getting that same ability. Then we have 2 Sapphire's Favor. Usually we're going to use this to gain 2 charges, but the other 2 abilities are irrelevant. One stunning all troops with 1 power, the other one interrupts all basic actions. So, really good card. 3 Silver Talon Mandate. When it enters, puts 3 1/1 flyers on the board, and then once we untap 6 creatures while it's on the board, it takes and bounces itself back to my hand. Pipit Hustler, it's Transmogrifade but on a stick, so it's on a nice 3/4 body, and Transmogrifade can only hit creatures. This can hit anything. Arcane Soil, draw us 2 cards, and if every card in the hand, we summon a 1/1 that has to attack and dies at the end of the turn. And then 7-drop, draw 3 cards, tap a creature to reduce its cost by 2. Pretty good stuff. I very much enjoy this deck. My reserve, pretty simple. 4th Transmogrifade, 3 Rune Binds. It takes something that's either on the chain or in play and turns it into a rune. Some counter magic for different stuff. 2 Sapphire's Favor, 2 Confounding Ire. The Sapphire's Favor are really good in the mirror because it lets us combo off before them or interrupt their combo, whichever the case may be. 2 Tribunal Magistrate. This card's dumb in control matchups. You just put it on the board, and every time they cast a spell, they just put eggs into the deck. When they draw eggs, they get spider. We get a spider. So when it enters the hand of the crypt, put the top card of your deck into that zone and void this card. So if they draw this card, they get a new card from the deck, but then this puts a spider egg on our side of the field. If it goes into their grave, they mill another card, and then we get a spider egg. Dread End turns everything into Dreadlings, which are the 1/1 must attackers. And then 5-drop just destroys an artifact or a constant. It's basically, we use this for longer, like grindy matchups against decks that play a lot of constants. Overall, I very much like this deck. Oh, and pesky pivot. I missed this. For longer grindy games, when we play it, we sack 6. When we exile 6 things from our grave, and then at the end of every turn, we get a random squirrel. I have no idea what these random squirrels are, but we get a random one. That being said, let us go to the battleground and start playing. Alright, so if this is a long time to get in, then what I'll do is I'll cut to our match. Right now we're starting at Silver 2. Let's see how well we can do. You know what that sound means? That means we have found a match. Let's go. Alright, we are versus... I believe this is a Dreadling deck. So Dreadling decks are decks that... Am I right? Yeah, this is Dreadling. So Dreadlings are decks that did use Lasgar's Vengeance. So they are weaker for it not being there, but by no means is it a bad deck. It's just now it doesn't have the ability to blow out your opponent's boards. Or in this case, my board. So my opponent's choosing. He's going to go first, obviously. Let's see. Drawing our opening hand to... I'm missing a card here. I'm pretty sure there's a wild shard sitting here in my hand, but I just can't see it. So we're going to keep this hand of 7. Yeah, no, that wild shard. Did my opponent choose me to go first? What the fuck? Okay, we take those. So we do have a wild shard sitting in our hand. It's just completely invisible for some odd reason. It's kind of weird, but we're not going to complain. We're just going to play the game. Good draw could be a Webborn Apostate or a the guy who makes a 2/2 with it. No. Don't know why that was invisible, but we're just going to not complain. This Arcane Soil, it is prophesized, so it draws us an extra card. We need to get another resource drop. And we're just going to swing in just for a bit of the tempo right there. Oh, he's running some type of blue Dreadling deck. I'm curious what's going on. Because right now people might still be experimenting with the meta because the change only happened on Monday and this is Thursday. Alright. So summons Diligence summons 2 Dreadlings, so when it untaps, it's gonna summon 2 nerds that are gonna swing at me. Alright. Interesting. Let's see what we draw for turn. We can't swing through this thing anymore. That's unfortunate. Well of Instinct. Yes. So we're gonna do this. I'm going to get our no. Close. We're going to get our second Sapphire charge so we can play Consult the Talons this turn. I almost forgot that Consult the Talons has a double Sapphire requirement. Next turn we have a 4th Shard in Shard of Instinct. We can go Thunderfield Seer into another Consult the Talons, which will draw me 4 cards. That's really good. So we're going to end our turn there. He's probably going to swing with this and then it'll Diligence. I have a feeling he has another color in his deck somewhere. Or just, maybe this is mono blue, but I don't think it'll be mono blue. It's completely possible my opponent could be playing some weird mono blue strategy. Poke me for the 1, because next turn he'll get the 2 Dreadlings and that 1 will be 3. Which is a completely reasonable thing. He probably has Tribunal Magistrates in his main. So we need to be aware of that because those things can get out of hand very quickly. Alright, so here's what we'll do. We're going to play our Shard of Instinct. We're going to get a Wild now. So now our thresholds are online, so it doesn't really matter what we get. We're going to Thunderfield Seer. And then we're going to Consult the Talons, tapping all 3 of our nerds. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So how do we want to do this? We have 8 cards in hand. We're going to have to discard next turn, unfortunately. When it comes to discarding, I'm probably going to discard one of these guys. Because I kind of want to keep everything else in hand. And Maybe not. Maybe I want to get rid. No, cut 6, 7. I mean, no, 5, 6, 7. I think I want to drop one of the arcane soils. End phase. Dropping one arcane soil seems good. My opponent's gonna swing at me for 4 this turn, probably. 4 sapphire thresholds. They could have Empress of Ice. Robots you control. Oh wait. Interesting. These are robots. This is cute. This is a very cute mid-range deck my opponent has. We're gonna take 4 on the nose for this, and that's fine. I can take that. Now let's see. Let's decide how we want to do this. Okay. So I have 2 things I can do. So I'm definitely going Shard of Instinct here. I kind of want to go boom boom to gum up the board. But what I could do is I have 2 things I can do. I can gum up the board with these 2, gum up the board with this, or I can Pipit Hustler and change one of his guys so that he's not getting like free nerds attacking me every turn. I think I want to go Pipit Hustler. Do I want to change this guy? Because he's gonna... Okay, because it doesn't change the damage. It changes the number of creatures. It's a Venom. I think I'm gonna change that so he gets less guys now. Another playline, I could have held this and waited till their turn to see what they tried to do. Exhaust 1 or more troops you control. Add conquest counters for each troop exhausted this way. When they're 5 and more, all your troops get rage 1. Interesting. That's slightly terrifying. Just puts a bigger body on the board for us to be blocking with. This thing's gonna pump his guys. If he has a Tribunal Magistrate, that could be a problem. I feel like these swings are free because he's not gonna trade his nerd for these. And then we still have our Pipit Hustler. And we're not gonna take enough damage to die. Yeah. Oh my God! The counter's glitched. Why are things glitched right now? Jesus. End our turn. We still have Pipit Hustler to block something if anything too big comes through. My opponent's sitting on 5 in hand. I'm sitting on 6. I think we'll Arcane Soil next turn. No. Maybe I just want to try to go up the works first. 4. Yeah. Once I saw that's what I gave him, I kind of expected him to do something weird like that. That's okay, though. Now his creatures have Rage, which could become very dangerous. So what we'll do is we'll play that. And now we're going to really, really just gum up this board for us. And now... I think we will wait till next turn. Because we can only attack with these 4. So that's 9, 14 damage, putting our opponent to 6. They're also untapped. I want to save that for the Arcane Soil play, because this will draw me 3, and then... But I still feel like I want to hit in for the 6 damage. This will put him to 14, meaning I only need 5 creatures connecting next turn. Puts me in an interesting situation. I have 2 free blocks that I can make. What are you? Put a random wild shard from your hand deck into your hand. When you gain a wild, summon a dreadling. Interesting. So this has been a wild sapphire deck this whole time. Alright, so my opponent's trying to make a powerful hit. Yep, pumping his nerds. Okay, so a lot of damage coming through. So 2, 12 there. What we're going to do is we're going to move to declare blockers. We need to preserve our life. I think we do that. We're only taking 2. No, we're taking 5, putting us to 13, but we're taking out 3 of his nerds. I mean, we're blocking 3 of his nerds, protecting us from 9 damage. I am okay with that because we're getting two things to replace our guys. So it's not the end of the world in any way, shape, or form. Drop Arcane Soil. Do they have the counter magic for it? Alright. Pump our nerds. What if the deck plays Lullaby? Oh, nope. Apparently not, because they conceded. Alright, so this is a Sapphire Wild deck. How do I want to deal with this? They have a lot of creatures, so I think I want the 4th Ruin Bind. I'm a Ruin Bind. I want the 4th Transmography. The Sapphire's favors don't seem to be super useful in this matchup, because they didn't really seem to be playing many basic actions. I could have just not seen anyone. Drop a Consulted Talon. The Webborn Apostates were nice against the Dreadling stuff. Blood or Wild, they had a couple wild cards, but nothing too crazy. They probably have stuff like Arcane Soil in the deck, though. So I kind of want to bring those in just in case. It feels like a deck that could go really wide if I let it for too long. So Dread End seems like a good countermeasure to that. And I'll draw 2 Arcane Focus for that. I think that seems reasonable. I could have also drawn Webborn Apostates because it's honestly the worst creature in my deck, with everything else doing a much better job at stuff. I'm confused as to why we were allowed to go first that game, but we're not going to complain. We're just going to accept it. They made their choice. Very solid hand. I am more than happy with this. Keep this bad boy. On 1, boom. On 2. Why are we going first? I think this is someone who doesn't understand the strength of play versus draw. Getting that 1-turn advantage for a card, for being down a card, is really big. Okay, let's see what else we got. A Well of Instinct. So we can get all of our colors online now, which is really good. So into Webborn Apostate. Eat their charge and we'll end. Well, no, we're going to attack for 1. Poke them in the eye. Let's get that right. We're not ending. We're poking them in the eye. Next turn, depending on what we draw, we're probably going to go Sapphire Shard to consult the talents to draw some cards, refill our hand. Now they have the Wild online, which is good for them. Another one of these guys. Okay. Not too surprised by that. End our opponent's turn. We drew a Pipit Hustler, which is pretty good. Nothing else in our hand, though, so consult the talons. 3. Wow. That was a wonderful draw. Okay. We still haven't gotten our prophesized card yet, have we? Jeez. We drew 3 resources there. That's not good, actually. I mean, we have 2 ices. Okay, interesting. Alright. I think we want to pivot hustler this thing before it leads the field. I mean, before it moves to our opponent's turn. So we're gonna Sapphire Shard again because we just keep drawing Sapphire Shards into pivot hustler. Take this guy. We don't want them getting dreadlings for no reason. Next turn, we're wild shard into ice into a what's it called? A non-resource. Then we'll ice into a non-resource again. I could offer the trades and see what my opponent does, because I don't want them having so many creatures on board. So I actually like the idea of offering trades right now. Because we still have Pivot Hustler to block if they accept these trades. They accept the 1 trade. They could have blocked like that, which would have honestly been a better trade for them if they wanted to keep one of their dudes. Or maybe actually no, because this guy can get stronger. He starts conscripting troops. So I guess he kept that in mind. So that's a fair play line actually in hindsight. I don't know, this blue-green Dreadling deck just feels weak. I mean, I can see where it can do really good stuff. Like, it feels like they just bought the blue-green Dreadling deck and never actually. Summon 2 Dreadlings, Underworld Allegiance. So I think he's gonna get 4 Dreadlings. Yeah, he has 4 nerds. Okay, that's annoying. What? Oh shit. Oh fuck, that's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Holy shit. I don't think I want to give away my Pivot Hustler, but I want to mitigate some level of damage. Holy shit, that's 8. He got really big really fast. We got another Pivot Hustler though, so that changed my plan a lot. We're gonna Wild Ice into a not resource and Pivot Hustler the fuck out of this thing. Do you have a halt for my Pivot Hustler? You know, get this shit the fuck out of my face. What are the chances that they get 2 of these things? It's funny, this is gonna ramp him a little bit actually, which is bad. Well, potentially bad. Swing with one of our Pivot Hustlers. Don't give him much of a option with trades. Either he takes 3 or he loses a guy. Don't offer the free block. Keep the free block for myself. He draws. He gets a delayed ramp, which is pretty good, honestly. Did I played a shard last turn, right? Or did this happen twice because the other turn? It's possible that happened twice. Yeah, that ramping is real. And it's fine though. We're in a pretty good position right now. 19 points. Opponent's at. Summon 4 Dreadlings, gain 7 health, or create 2 Valors and put them into your hand. I'm assuming he's gonna go to summon 4 Dreadlings. No, he put $2 into his hand. Okay. Is he trying to put damage on these guys? Oh, no, it gives him +1/+1. So he can attack with them, and, they won't lose to Pippa Hustler. They'll bounce off each other. If that's what you want to do, dude. Oh, okay. This will put me up to 6 cards in hand. Up to 6 cards in hand. We'll get 6 Dreadlings. That'll give me 9 guys. He's at 19 life. At 19 life, how much can he take? I need 7 to connect. This should be exactly game. I'm pretty sure this is exactly game. Continue to combat. F4. And can only block 2, meaning 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20, 18, 21. Or he's just gonna throw blocks at things that... Sure. Alright, good win. We jumped from silver 2 all the way up to silver 1 with that win. Very nice. Oh, we got a free pack of Frostheart. Nice. Good first game. Let's play another. As I said before, we're just going to play till I get tired. And hey, we get straight into another game. So, like, basically, because I'm doing this in the morning, I'm just going to play till I'm hungry, essentially. Oh, we're going to go first. Who gets Papa Groot? Okay, so we can get some... Whoa, this is a very... Not bad, but... I think we'll keep this hand. We're going to go Wild Shard, stacking a resource, because we have a lot of shards that make blue, and that's what we're going to look for. So I think this hand's actually really good outside the fact that I didn't have a Sapphire Shard. And this guarantees my 4th shard. I can guarantee a 5th shard with that if I want. Okay, Papa Groot going Diamond Ice. Alright, this deck's a constants-based deck, so I need to be careful. My Pippa Hustler actually gets a lot stronger in this deck, being completely honest. Well of Instinct. Oh, yeah. Get us that Sapphire charge. Then what we're going to do is we're going to play this guy out. And we're probably going to Wild Ice next turn. Ooh. Milling their stack. So they have resources in hand. They wanted to not resource. I wonder if their resource flooded because of that. When we get lucky and we mill their stacked card like a boss. Okay, so we have to be careful. Because next turn they're going to be able to summon a Daybreak. They have a Nightfall. So if they have Twilight Archon, that thing can hit the board next turn. Wow, they just went double Nightfall. Putting a clock on us, that's not good. Is that what the card is called? Twilight Archon? It's the stupid flying horse. Alright, we pulled another Sapphire Shard. So what we're going to do is we're going to play that Seek Adventure. Arcane Focus. See what we put up on top. I actually want this Webborn Apostate. Continue to combat. Boom, boom. Hit him for 2. Relevant puts him to 15 points of damage right now. Their deck can gain life, so any little points of damage we can get in right now is super relevant. Probably going to play a shard, activate power, drop Big Stupid on me. Show me Big Stupid. Yeah, champ power. He has Daybreak and Nightfall, so Big Stupid comes out. No, Decree of Banishing comes out. He's probably going to hit this so that he can not have to worry about the little dork it summons. Okay. Do you have a Big Stupid in hand or no? No, he does not have a Big Stupid in hand. Okay. We take those. Alright. I think what I want to do right now is I want to get some pressure on the board. So what I want to play actually is Silver Talon Mandate. Webborn Apostate isn't going to do anything for me right now. So Silver Talon Mandate, we get 3 mini dorks, and we can attack for 1. This 1 isn't going to do anything, but it'll keep them at 15 for the time being. We're not on a huge clock yet, but they can go resource into the 4-drop thing that for every constant they have, gain a life, they gain life, and we lose life. Which if they play that, I'm be slightly worried, but not super duper worried. Create a random constant will cost 1 that meets your threshold requirements and put it into your hand. Interesting, so you can play this immediately. Alright. At start your turn, random troop gets +1 power. Interesting. Nothing too dangerous my opponent's putting out just yet. So I'm not too concerned. End our opponent's turn. Let's see what we draw. We draw a resource. So because we draw a resource, I'm going to play this. Stack a non-resource. We're going to go Thunderfield Seer. Hopefully that's an action, because if it's an action, it just got prophesized. Then Webborn Apostate. Steal their charge they just made. Continue to combat. We are only going to swing with our flyers. This will put him to 12. He'll bounce back up to 13. He has 3 cards in hand. He could play something potentially dangerous, but we have Pipit Hustler in hand. We're in a very, very good position right now, honestly. They have 3 cards in hand. They have a reasonable sized body, but my Webborn Apostate trades with it. There we go, Twilight Eclipse. That's the card I was worried about. What I'm probably going to do next turn is Shard, activate Champ Power. My opponent's at 13. I don't think there's a chance at me losing this right now. So what we'll do is we'll activate this. Buff. Yeah, my opponent just scoops to that. Yeah. I had no reason to do anything else. I don't know why I would have done anything else. So we're going to bring out the 2 right Champ Knights. We're going to grab our Rune Binds. We're going to grab a Transmogrifade because we need ways to deal with things on the board. The Transmogrifades, they just... he doesn't play a lot of creatures this deck, so do I actually want that extra Transmogrifade? He plays enough creatures that they're relevant. We'll get rid of 1 Consult the Talons. We'll drop the Sapphire's Favors, maybe? The Webborn Apostates are okay, but we'll drop 2 of those. Confunding Ire might be really good because it can get blood cards, and then so we'll drop our other 2 Webborn Apostates for the Confunding Ires. This seems all right. At worst, it's medium, but I don't think it's anything actually bad because we dropped our worst creature in the matchup. We dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Brought in 2 things that are really good. A few things that are really good in the matchup, help slow my opponent down and deal with stuff, and things that will just actively put a big body on the board and wreck their cards. So I think I made good choices here. Keyword is think. Alright, jumping into game 2. Solid win on game 1. Very good by us. Alright. Opponent's going to choose who goes first. Alright. This is actually a pretty reasonable hand. What I think I'll do is I'm going to go Sapphire Ice into a non-resource. So Sapphire Ice, stack a non-resource, well, get my Wild Shard, play Warp Steel Shadow Shardsworn, and I think that's really good. We're going to get the draw first. They play a Vesper. Okay, this could get out of hand very quickly. So, but luckily I have a Rune Bind, so if it gets too bad, we can deal with that. Alright, that was actually really good. We're going to do this into a non-resource, and then we'll end. He's gonna get to poke me in for 1 point of damage. I'm not too concerned about that. Happy we drew the Rune Bind. I'm actually very happy with this right now. Rune Bind, for those who don't know, I can take a card that's either on the field or on the chain getting ready to be played and turn it into a mysterious rune. Cards that are mysterious runes, they will return. When a resource enters its controller's hand, they get played back into the field. Okay, this thing's a 2/2. So we're going to take a little bit of damage from that, but that's okay. Going to deal those 2 points of damage to me. That's fine. 4 cards in hand to my 7. Another Rune Bind. Interesting. We're going to get our Wild Shard. We're going to Warp Steel. And that's pretty good right now. We can't play our Rune Binds this turn, but I'm not worried about it. This gets +1/+1 for every action we cast, which is good. So if he has the nuts, he'll go Shard, make his Daybreak, play his 6-drop, because the 6-drop comes out for free if he has Daybreak and Nightfall on the field at the same time. Yep, there's potato salad. Alright, we might be Rune Binding this at some point to preserve our life. Throw a quick block out there. Not that I'm surprised that he did that, just makes this game a lot harder. Oh, it most certainly does make this game a lot harder. Continue to combat. We're not swinging with anything. We're gonna hold our Rune Binds for now. Opponent's gonna go for turn. Shit. I was actually contemplating buying this deck because this deck seems interesting and fun, but Jesus, this is not bueno right now. So 3 cards in hand. It's not playing anything. Okay, so we're Rune Binding this piece of shit. And then we're going... I think it is beneficial to trade with this now. Since I played the Rune Bind, that thing got strong enough that it made that trade beneficial for me. I feel like that's a correct play. So now we can actually play out our Warpsteel Shardsworn and Thunderfield Seer right now and still keep up Rune Bind just in case we draw a resource and this thing comes off. Which if it does, not the end of the world, but could be bad. We milled a Guidance, which, oh wow, Guidance, that would have been this coming back immediately. So I'm actually really glad that that happened. Granted, it can't attack when it first comes back. Good, no resource, no resource. Does he have a resource to drop normally or no? He does have a resource drop normally, 3 cards in hand. What could he be drawing into? I'm glad that we actually milled that Guidance now that I look at it. At first I was going to be like, oh man, yeah, if we hadn't milled that, then they definitely wouldn't have flipped back. But no, that Guidance would have been the opposite. It definitely would have flipped back. Alright, we could draw another Shard. Ugh. I kind of want to just cycle this Arcane Soil just to get the draw power. Yeah, I think I'll just use it to draw cards right now. Those are good cards. If he doesn't draw a resource this turn, then we can actually destroy his guy for good. So going for 4. He'll block one of them, of course, which is fine. No problem with that. 3 points of free damage. Double Rotting Champ Knight. We still haven't gotten to our Prophesized card either, but the Double Rotting Champ Knight, we take those. Do you draw a resource? Yes, he did. But I don't think it can attack yet, because it has to get recast when it does that. Plays resource, 3 cards in hand, plays another Nightfall, always nice, always lovely. Groot gets another Daybreak, always nice, always lovely. See, if we draw a non-slow shard, what we can do is we can Rune Bind. Rune Bind it into our Rotting Champ Knight. Chomp Knight, excuse me. And kill the fuck out of it. Nice, nice, nice. I like it. I like it. Now, we are in a very, very precarious position. We are kind of in a strong board state, honestly. I do wish that... I'm glad that I did that. Actually, no, probably wouldn't have changed anything, because we would have drawn one of the Rotting Chomp Knights now. We would have still had the Arcane Soil. Oh, he gains 3... okay, no. He doesn't have 3 constants of different names. Okay. This is rough, though. He's got 1 card in hand left, though. So, nothing too crazy. Just gonna play this. Get our non-resource. I don't really want to play this out yet. What I want to do is do this and swing with the team and start trying to push damage through. Because my opponent doesn't have much. And we're on a bit of a clock. I think it's better to go for the tempo swing right now because we're forcing them to block at least big, dumb, stupid. So we're at least getting 6 points of damage through, if nothing else. They'll probably put the 2/2 in front of dumb and stupid and throw a 3/3 in front of another 3/3 to trade. Probably not this one because he generates a 1/1. My opponent has 1 card in hand. I have 2 cards in hand. I think we're in a good spot right now. What you doing, homie? Yep. Oh. Interesting. What out are you playing to? I don't know. I think this is just enough to bury my opponent at this point. But I'm curious, what out is our opponent playing to? Withering Gaze. Sure. Look at my hand. You can't take anything from it. Withering Gaze, really good card. Look at your opponent's hand. You get to take a non-resource, non-troop, and put it into your deck. Sure. Does my opponent have a playable out right now? Let's Arcane Focus, see what we draw. Hey look, my Prophesize card, like an hour late. Let's grab another wild. Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna go to combat. We're not gonna swing with everything, we're just gonna swing with this, because he's gonna chump something. And he kind of has to chump this now, or not. We're going to Rotting Champ Knight. And we're just going to eat one of his constants and draw some cards. Or they scoop. Or they scoop. And welcome to gold. Welcome to gold. Yeah. Alright, we are in gold, ladies and gentlemen. So that's pretty good. I think I want to play one more match. So we'll play one more and see how this goes. But gold 5, I'm alive and we're in gold 5. Pretty solid play. I don't think I'm making any glaring mistakes right now. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think I'm playing and sequencing things pretty well. God, this is just super hilarious, though. Alright. Third match of the day. It's going to be our last match here. We'll probably do some more another time. What the fuck? We're going first. What the fuck do you do? I'm actually pretty happy with this hand. We'll go Wild Ice into a resource so we can hit that 4th land drop. Next turn we'll go Sapphire into Webborn Apostate. Third turn we'll go Shard holding up Transmogrifade. If we draw into a 2-drop, we'll cast that out. I don't know what this is. Oh, that thing. This is when this thing attacks, he gets to do things. That card's interesting because it allows you to like rearrange your hand pretty well. So we have our Sapphire and all of our wilds that we need for this game. Gonna eat his charge. End our turn. I don't know if this witch is dangerous enough for me to Transmogrifate just yet. When this card attacks, transform into a random troop cost 4. It gets at the start of your turn. What the fuck is this deck? He's attacking. He gets to do that just off the attack declaration. That's fine. We're not going to block and throw our guy away for that because that's a chump. I'd rather get a block that's at least a trade off this dude. Let's see. Don't really have too much going on right now. Let's see if they accept this trade, because this puts them in a good tempo spot for me if they don't accept it. Okay. So when we get to comboing out, we need 7 nerds to hit them at this point. I'm seeing a lot of Sapphire. I've seen several Sapphire Wild decks at this point. Once per turn, when another troop you control transforms, transform this into a copy of that troop. Huh. Dumb this dork down then. Yep. I mean, if your shit's transforming, why don't we fuck your shit up? That could have been a really nasty combo, honestly, but I think we handled that. Huh. This puts me in a very interesting spot. I don't think I'm quite at comboing out, but I'm pretty sure they're just going to throw that guy away if I try to swing, so we're not going to do anything yet. So we're going to look at what they do, because I can stun their dudes for a turn before they go to combat. Hey, look, your dude that transforms. Wouldn't it be a shame if you turned it into something borderline useless? Butterfly, 4/4. What are you targeting with that? This thing as quick action. So how do I want to do that? I can stun all their guys so that Butterfly can't do anything, or I can Pipit Hustler this thing so that he doesn't get 2 4/4 flyers. I think I'm feeling to stun all their dorks. This is an interesting deck, and it feels really scary if it can get rolling. Fucking Puff the Rainbow. Fuck you, Puff. My opponent's out of resources. They can't interact with this. So I don't know what they're sitting here diddling themselves for. I mean, if I got the charges, I don't have enough to kill them if I go for the charges. So that's honestly not an option right now. My plan is just to stun their shit and then swing in. Use my Arcane Soil for card advantage because I'm low. Because the stun, their stuff won't be able to attack for a bit. Homie? Alright. Yeah, stun there, guys. Resolve your thing. It's not stunned anymore. That's unfortunate. We'll see what we can do off this. This card's that card's runic? Oh my god, that's not buena. That is definitely not buena. And it looks like they're missing a resource for turn, so oh, that's really iffy. Alright, we draw a resource for turn, which isn't particularly great. A lot of cards in hand. Let's Arcane Soil, see what we're gonna get. We'll get 4 mini dorks out. Why is our opponent taking an hour to respond to my moves? I just want to draw cards. Maybe I should have held this a turn and just Pipit Hustlered one of his dorks when he tried to swing with it. Swing with it, I Pipit Hustler it. It turns into a 4-drop, and then maybe I can work with that. To be fair, I could even Pipit Hustler this. Okay, my opponent's taking way too long to simply just say, I can't respond to your card. Whatever. This is just annoying. Come on. What are you doing? I don't know what they could be doing or thinking. So this is a deck that I would probably want to bring my Dread End against because they're trying to really, really go above and beyond with some crazy cards. Thank you, dude. Oh my god. Continue to combat. We're just going to swing with these 4. We're not going to swing with our 2-1 right now because we'd literally just be throwing him away. He's probably going to take the free block like he should. I don't know what he could think I had because that was a free block. But whatever. Stupid birds if my opponent's disconnected from the game. Okay, that happened. That's unlucky. That was an interesting deck we were playing against, and it would have been nice to actually get to see what it was capable of. Alright, but that is it for now. Before we go, let's see. I got some rewards. Random exclusive deck sleeve? Sure, claim my reward. What do we get? Oh, I got Canyon Sleeve. That's pretty. So, next time, well, let's look at my decks. Because I don't know what I want to play next time. Because I only have 2 decks, really, that are ready to go. So, like, there's this one that I was playing. And we'll load my Sapphire Ruby aggro deck. So this I have also ready to go because I've been experimenting with it and messing with it, trying to make some changes to better it after the lovely Lasgar's Vengeance ban. We could play some of this too. I have this just floating around a little bit. I kind of just bought this straight out and haven't done anything with it since I bought it. We'll see. So I hope you guys have a wonderful one. See you guys next time.